What's up? What's good? What's happening with all you Falcon fans? We got this man, Raheem Morris press conference. Uh, he's gonna do a whole lot of talking. We're gonna do a whole lot of listening. We finna see what they talking about. We about to react to it. But before we get into that, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the like button. Do all that fun stuff. Make sure to follow me on Twitch, GameChanger 101 if you like video games. Follow me on my vlog channel. I'll put the link in the comment section and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Stay tuned this week. We're going to be doing the call-in show. We couldn't do it last week because it was my first week back and niggas done forgot about me, I guess. So, we're going to try to do it next week. Stay tuned for merchandise 2021. I think we're going to drop some crazy shit for y'all. So, let's just get straight into it. Let's see what this man has to say as the interim head coach. Let's see.
At any point yesterday, did you feel as if the offense was too one-dimensional?
Yes, that motherfucker was one-dimensional. Yes. I'm going to answer it for you, Raheem. Heem? Can I call you Heem? It was one-dimensional. In fantasy football can tell me that because a Todd Gurley got me like 3 points. 2. I need more than that. Give him the ball. I will say the Saints did play good on the run D. I will say that. So they kind of the Aints did force us to be one-dimensional.
It's hard to say one-dimensional when the Saints did a good job of dictating the terms. Like I talked about yesterday, we didn't do a good enough job in the second half of running the ball versus too high to make those guys one-dimensional. So what they did to us was they really got after us and then got up with the 2-score lead and made us one-dimensional. So I wouldn't say.
You wouldn't say, but you just said. You basically said we was one-dimensional. We was one-dimensional. Just say it. Be honest. Be real. We all seen the game. You seen the game. I seen the game. He seen the game. We was one-dimensional from the start, low-key, from the jump. Even when it was 0-0, 0-7, it was one-dimensional.
It was anything that I looked at us and said we were too one-dimensional when the game kind of got away from us in the second half, becoming a 2-score game. That's what happens to you. You become one-dimensional. We had to rely on the pass and allow them to stay in 2-man and really man us up and go man underneath some of our really good wideouts and make Matt hold onto the ball to cause some of those, unnecessary sacks or things that usually don't occur.
Unnecessary sacks. Interesting.
When you plan and dictate terms like you like to on offense.
I talked last night about being better on first and second down, that y'all are putting yourselves in too many third and long situations. When you went back and watched the tape, what were some of the issues and what are some of the things that you want to see this offense do better on first and second down particularly?
Definitely getting third and short situations a lot more. I think both teams was bad on third down, if I remember it correctly. I remember seeing the stat. They both was bad on third. Well, we was worse until the Saints started doing that little quarterback power. Then they third down conversions all of a sudden was hitting. We wasn't hitting on nothing because we suck. We are garbage. Trash.
First and second down was less of the problem last night. It was more of a third down issue last night. We couldn't get the chains going. When you talk about first and second down, we got to find ways to run the ball better versus too high defenses.
Please.
We absolutely have to own those things in those situations. Part of our identity is being able to run the football really effectively, being able to run it like we have the last couple of weeks, not necessarily getting a bunch of yards, but being able to do it to get us a manageable third downs in order for us to be able to convert those third downs and keep the chains moving to get.
Now, I know we all wanted Todd Gurley, but is it me? Does he just not seem like shifty? Like he just seems slow motion at some times. And even when we bring in somebody who could move, like let's say Hill, for example, somebody who can move, we still don't get no yards. Is it our O-line? Like, can we not run block? What's up? Like, even when they come in, I feel like we not getting nowhere. Or was it just the Saints defense just that good? I know they're good, but they're like, who has the answers? Let's put it down below, man. Let me know what y'all think, bro. Gurley, I think this is definitely Gurley's last year, bro. We might have to pick up a running back in the draft this year. We might have to because I don't see Hill being that full-time guy. Allison or Ida. I don't see none of them guys being that full-time guy. I feel like we need a big Bama back. Let me know what y'all think.
Get down the field and get to our ultimate goal, which is always to score. We have to do a much better job in all situations, Tori.
D-Led?
Yeah, Coach, what else could Matt have done given the, stress he was under? And I imagine the receivers were being locked up too because he was holding the ball and pulling it back down a lot.
Being able to move, sidestep. Did y'all see JT Daniels this week? Sidestep, roll out, boom, dodge. Do a little movement, bro. Would just fall down and hold it, not even throw the ball out. He just give me somebody who can move, bro. Make a playmaker. You seen Taysom Hill when nobody was open. The same excuse y'all giving Matt Ryan, right? Nobody was open. What Taysom Hill do? Made a play, rolled out, bought some time, scrambled. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. And the crazy thing is, I think some of you Matt Ryan fans, I seen a comment, and I might have to agree with it. Some of you Matt Ryan fans is like, race gotta be racist. Every time we bring up somebody being able to make plays in the backfield, y'all bring up Michael Vick. Who was bringing up Michael Vick? No one said nothing about him. It's just like y'all go-to response every time. Give us somebody who can make a play, bro. You see what happens when we don't have a. It's clear. Just roll out. You know what I'm saying? Give me a taste of somebody who can do something back there. Just make a play. When nothing's there, somebody has the ability to make a play. I don't care if he don't have to run like a 4-3, 4-4. Just give me somebody who can move, make a play. Playmaker, make a play. Keyword, playmaker, make a play. When stuff doesn't look good, they give me an Aaron Rodgers. He's a playmaker. Burrow, playmaker. All these niggas is playmakers. You clearly see what happens. This is a whole new era of football. Falcon organization, Falcon fans. I get Matt Ryan is our, the best quarterback in our franchise. That's not saying much. We're a losing franchise. We're this not saying much. Okay? Get that in y'all head. We not a, you know what I'm saying? We ain't did nothing. Besides historically choke. That's all we did. We're a losing franchise. Okay, cool. He's our best quarterback. We could do better. This is a whole new league. You got to have somebody back there who can make a play. Make a play. Unless you just out there in Boston with one of the greatest head coaches, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Then you can work something out. But until then, we don't got neither one of those. All right, man. Let's go. It's only 2 minutes into the video. It's 2 minutes into this video, but it's been 8 minutes. I don't know if we're going to watch this whole thing. It's going to be a long-ass video, but we'll see.
When you really take the deep dive into it and you look at it, a couple of them were Matt's fault, which we talked about and addressed today, and Matt is so accountable that he'll tell you himself and how accountable.
And the crazy thing is Matt would admit that some of it was his fault. But the fans will be like, oh, everything was on the O-line. Some was his fault for holding the ball too long. It's plain and simple.
Well, he is at all times when it comes to those type of things, and some of the sacks that he had to take necessarily didn't have to do. Some of them, a couple of them, maybe 3 of them were on the O-line with far as protection, as far as getting beat, either in a one-on-one matchup or just getting overset and on a slide or something like that. And then the other ones, obviously we gotta win some of the coverage one-on-ones down the field. So it's a combination of all the things. It goes back to what I talked about early in the week. When you play division opponents and they know you really well, you got to have better execution than those guys, and we did not last night, D-Led. And that is a fact that was a big factor into the game on why we didn't have the outcome that we would like to have.
This offense got to execute better. This Falcons team, their identity is the offense. We know the whole league know what we're going to get out of this defense. Our identity is this offense, and us scoring 9 points is unacceptable, bro. I keep telling y'all we should be scoring in bunches, bro. In bunches. And if we're not able to do that, what's the point of paying these dudes? Julio, what's the point of paying you? Matt, what's the point of paying you? Jake, what's the point of... You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the point of paying you if we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing? I want production. Give me production. We ain't producing.
I know y'all start getting ready for the Raiders, but just peeking ahead to them, what some of the issues you all have faced, playing the Raiders on Sunday?
They looked very explosive last night.
They did look good. I ain't gonna lie. The Raiders look good. They had the Chiefs looking crazy. They about to embarrass us. I can see it already. If our offense don't come to play, they about to embarrass us. Fucking Derek Carr. Come on now.
When they came out to execute it well, they played a high intensity.
You heard that word, executing. Something our offense don't do. We don't execute.
Game, a division of their own versus KC. That game was phenomenal. Obviously went down to the wire. So we'll be ready to deal with that stuff as we go look at it and move forward now.
Kelsey?
When you started your coaching career, you were working for Jon Gruden. You're going up against him this weekend. What has Jon Gruden meant to your career?
Highly respected in Jon Gruden. The love I have for him, I can't even express in this conference right now because of what he did for my career, what he did for everything about how he taught me. He was one of the first people that taught me how to work, how to put the time into it, how to come into work and absolutely beat people to work and thrive in that environment. Being the first one in, the ethic that he has, the work ethic he brought to the game, and how much he loved football, his care for his coaching staff and everybody around him.
That first one in, last one out, shit ain't working for y'all. Y'all need to do better. Figure something else out. I don't care about this first one in, last one out mentality. Y'all obviously not.
Was something that's just high. His energy that he brought to the practice field, the amount of opportunities he gave to me to grow as a coach. Both working for him against his scout team, working on him against everything that I've been able to do, being promoted by him and brought back as a defensive back coach, also being promoted to a defensive coordinator, and getting all the confidence in the world from a guy like Jon Gruden. You can't ask for more. You're talking about one of the legendary coaches in this game, in my opinion. And
shout out to Gruden, man. Shout out to, what is it, Spider Y Banana or some shit like that. Shout out to that play. I like that play.
Somebody that I will always love dearly and deeply. And this week we got to go up and face him.
I know it might be hard because he's probably taught you a lot, but if you could pinpoint one thing that he really ingrained in you early as a coach, what would it be?
It had to be his love for football is something that's just contagious.
Right, let's get
Charles?
How frustrating is it for you to try to get a healthy group of receivers together? You get Ridley back, and almost immediately you're trying to coax Julio through a game.
Once again, production. Julio, I get it. You're one of the greatest receivers in the game, especially in our franchise. The best. In the NFL, one of the best. I'm not going to say you're the best no more because you're never on the field. If you're never on the field, you can't be the best. You can't produce if you're not on the field. So it's like, bro, what can we do with you when you're not on the field? I respect you. You're one of my favorite receivers, favorite players in the league. But if you can't play, you're no good to us. We're paying you all this money for you to sit on the sideline with your mask on and shit. And just be pacing back and forth on the sideline, doing lunges. That's no good to us. We need you on the field. Clearly, Matt Ryan is nothing without you. Clearly. 1A and 1B. I need both of y'all on the field, bro. Like, without you, there's no Matt Ryan, it looks like. So, Julio, what's up, bro? You always hurt. What can we do with you on the sideline?
How do you deal with Julio this week?
Charles.
Rest him. Sit him. He's gonna play for like 2 plays and then sit back on the sideline. You wanna know how I know? Because I watched the games for 1, and 2, my fantasy team says so.
I wouldn't say frustrated.
It is frustrating. It's frustrating.
It's part of the game that you got to deal with.
But it is part of the game too. It's next man up mentality. You don't see Aaron Rodgers complaining. This man Aaron Rodgers, all his receivers go down, and fucking the next thing you know, there's people, random tight ends scoring 4 touchdowns on us when we played him. He has bums out there. He's making them look good. Guess what Matt Ryan can't do? He can't make bums look good. But we're not gonna get to that topic though, cause y'all not ready for that conversation. Y'all not ready. But it is next man up mentality, man. It's next man up mentality, and clearly without Julio, I don't know if this team is just, this offense is just, even with him, they're just.
Every single week is a part of the mental toughness that goes with the aspects of playing this game. People are gonna go down. You got to figure out ways to get guys in. You got to figure out ways to fulfill those guys with the next man up mentality.
Next
And
man
those
up.
guys have it. Ridley stepped up in a major way yesterday. We had Russell step up in a major way. And we got to have other guys step up in a time of need to go out there and provide the production that we need from that position group. And yesterday, we didn't play up to their standard. And I know they want to. And I know they look forward to get back on the field. They had to go out there and do that.
They didn't play to our fans. Well, they actually did, because a lot of our fans, we stick up for this BS that we be watching week in and week out. Not my standard. Y'all didn't play to my standard. I agree, you didn't play to our standard. But most of these Falcon fans, you play to their standard because they accept this mediocrity from this team.
Soft tissue injuries can be nagging. Despite having the bye week, was this an aggravation of the same thing for Julio?
Coming out of it for Julio, we'll learn more about him, obviously, and how far he can go and where he can take it. But obviously, the hamstring bothered him yesterday, gave him some real issues. He tried to fight through it like I know he would, like he always does. Just to see him be able to go out there in that fourth down and pretty much walk a great route and catch a ball with a nice little head knob and catch it on a 4th and 13 was really impressive. And it was kudos to him and his teammates and what he was willing to do for his guys, his teammates, his coaches, and everybody in this organization, including our city. We love Julio, and we know how much he loves us, but, it definitely is a factor on nagging hamstring injuries and how hard you can go and what you want to do and get done.
All right, listen, it's been 16 minutes. I don't even want to hear this shit no more. I'm getting mad just listening to this. Let me know how you feel about this team, man. Let me know how you feel about the conference, the stuff we went over just now. Put it down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for the rest of my playlist. Like I said, pull up on my social medias down at the bottom of the screen. We gone, man. I'll catch you next video.